I'm going to make a cake today. To be completely honest, I've never made this kind of cake before. I hope it turns out. So I just put 2 sticks of butter in there. And all the ingredient amounts will be underneath the video. Just added sugar. And let's get this mixed up. Alright, that's mixed up and kind of looks like frosting. I'm going to go ahead and add the vanilla. That's 4 teaspoons of vanilla. And I'm going to add 4 eggs individually, one at a time, and mix it up after each egg. Alright, got that mixed up. All those eggs in there. And I have flour. And the flour I mixed with some baking powder. I'm going to put like 1/3 of it in there. Just guess at it. Put that in and mix it. Alright, now I'm going to add, I have a cup of milk here. I'm going to try to add about 1/2 cup of it. Mix it. Alright. Another 1/3 of the flour. Did I tell you I put baking powder in the flour? Well, I did. Mix. And I'm going to add the rest of the milk. And the rest of the flour. There's 3 cups flour, 3½ teaspoons of baking powder, 1 cup of milk, and mix this. The cake mix is all mixed up and I have it separated into 6 bowls, and I'm going to use this Betty Crocker gel food color. So gel coloring. Next I'm going to take my cake pans. I have 2 of these, and I made some parchment paper to go on the bottom. I'm just going to spray around there on both of them. I'm just going to show you the one. And I do have my colors all made here, just to show you. It took about like a teaspoon of coloring for each of these, except the red took more. And and of course to make the purple you had to make 2 colors, and the orange took 2 colors that you mix up. So I'm going to take about 1/2 of the purple and put it in here, and I should have tried to make it more of a circle. Talking and not paying attention. Beat it down just a little bit. I think I'll go ahead and spread it out some. Try and spread it out. Because my batter's fairly thick. Okay. I'll put on the blue next. Just spread a little bit. I think I'm going to let this sit and let it kind of spread by itself. I'm going to let it sit for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, so I've let this sit for about 3 minutes, and in the meantime, I started my second one too. I'm going to make them exactly the same, or try to. And then I'm going to add 1/2 of my green on here. The other half of the green on the other one. And kind of do that again to both of them. Now it looks like I'm getting more cake mix in this one than this one. So this one's going to get done quicker, and this one's going to take longer. So what I'm going to start doing, I'm going to start with this one first. I'm trying to put half in here because obviously this is the one I start with on half, and I'm putting more than half in there. So I've got 3 more colors to go, and I guess they're not going to look the same, but you know, I'm going to try my best. So this is the one I've been working on second. It does not have as much cake mix in there. So I'm going to add half the yellow. And half the yellow. Well, obviously, I put more yellow in the other one because I kind of tried to. So I'm going to put this in there. Oh, let's try to stay in circles, Michael. And don't stir it around like that because you'll mix colors. I don't want to do that. And pound them down. Then orange. Try to stay in a circle. Orange. And then the red. And once I get this red in there, I'm going to let these sit a good 5 minutes. And then into my 350 degree oven. And I think they'll bake about 30 minutes. I'll test them about 28, and see how they're doing. Well, here's my cakes, and I baked them in an 8-inch pan, and they baked for 40 minutes. Now this one kind of fell a little bit because that's where I tested it earlier, and so it kind of fell. But 40 minutes for me, and 9-inch pan would probably be like about 35 minutes. I'm going to let these cool down a bit. Well, I've let the cakes cool off here. Took them off one pan and put them on another. I'm going to turn them upside down. I'll let them cool down about 15 minutes or 12 minutes, something like that. And we'll go ahead and take off the parchment paper as well. I'm going to let these cool down to room temperature. Well, I'm going to make some icing, and then here is 2 sticks of butter, and I think that they're soft. I did not let these sit out. What I did was I kind of cut it up, threw it in the microwave for 20 seconds. I saw somebody on YouTube do that, so we're going to see how it works. Okay, so I think that is creamy. I don't think there's any hard chunks in there of butter. And the next thing we're going to add is icing sugar or powdered sugar. And, you should only add a little bit at a time. Well, I got that whipped up, and adding the powdered sugar a little at a time. I'm going to add some heavy cream. Add 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. This stuff's pretty thick, the icing is. So I'm going to add that. And we're going to add vanilla, a teaspoon of vanilla, or maybe more if I overflow it. So there's the vanilla. And mix. So I mix that all up, and there's my buttercream icing. Now I'm really not a baker. I don't bake that much. So I'm looking at that icing and thinking, not sure if that's enough for my cake. So Here I have some store-bought icing, and it was white icing that I bought, and I went ahead and colored it orange. And I'll put this between the cakes and I think orange will kind of look nice between the cakes. Well, I have my first layer iced with the orange. I'm going to put my second layer of cake on there. Squish it down. And I'm going to start icing my cake. I have just a thin layer of icing on the cake, and I have that much icing left. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator for a few minutes, about 20 minutes, just to kind of harden up the icing, and then I'll put the rest of the icing on top. Okay, my cake's been in the refrigerator for 20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and put the final coat of icing on here. Alright, for this part, well, I have my cake iced, and the icing came out just about perfect as long as I didn't have to put any in between the layers. But I'm using some more colors. I'm using the neon gel food colors, which comes with orange and green and pink and purple. So you get some additional pre-mixed colors if you buy that. And I'm going to start my decoration with some red in the center, like that. I'm going to add some purple. Then some blue. Then some green. Hello, Benson. Next, I'm going to put yellow. And some orange. And now I'm going to have some paper towel here, and I'm going to use a paintbrush. I'm going to go in like this. Clean your paintbrush often. Go in to the other color next, purple and blue. Don't want to press down too hard. Just kind of like you're painting. go down here. To the green area. Okay. And keep cleaning your paintbrush. Go to the yellow. Okay, I'm going to finish my yellow area, sort of. Turn the camera off because I don't want this video to be forever long. So I pretty much have the outside done. We're going to go back to the center again where the red starts. And we're going to pull that out some more. Okay, and then we're going to pull out the next white areas. To where you can see the blue better. That looks like tie-dye. Here's what the cake turns out to look like. And it tastes real good too. Thanks so much for watching.